Alright, so we back with another video. Today we're gonna be giving y'all a build video. Today we're gonna be giving y'all a special one. Now, last year I was making builds, had a lot of builds, but my main, or not my main, this wasn't my main build, I'm not gonna lie. But my most fun build I played all last year, and I did not like 2K25, but if I wanted to hop on a build, wanted to hop on the game, and have the most fun possible, and I'm gonna be real, I don't really remember too many times I didn't hop on the game and played this build, and it wasn't fun. The D-Wade build. This build was so fun, and it really was D-Wade. If you know D-Wade for his basketball, you know what we finna talk about. So today we're gonna be doing and showing you guys my D-Wade build for 2K26. Now, is it an exact copy of the D-Wade build from last year? No, because on 2K26 you can make certain builds from last year, but better. And I'm not even gonna lie, I didn't even use any of my things or knowledge, or I didn't even copy and paste the build I made last year and try to put it into this game. I just really just went off and did it from scratch the same way I did last year. So I ain't even gonna lie, I don't even know if it's better than last year, but I'm pretty sure I get a lot more, especially off rip. But when it comes to the cap breakers on this game that you can do, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. So yeah, if y'all do want more, like the video. I hope you like the video, subscribe, all that good stuff out the way. Let's hop into it. Alright, so hopping into it, we're gonna make it from scratch, hand and number. We're gonna go with, y'all, I'm gonna be real, I didn't go with the actual D-Wade name because I don't feel like typing out. Bro, come on, we just gonna go with Young MM, but we're gonna go with obviously right hand, number 3, just what it is. Then when it comes to making a build, shooting guard is what D-Wade was. He was a 6'3" shooting guard. Low key last year I made him 6'3". I didn't even think about this. Should I make him 6'4" this year? I had made him 6'3" last year, so that's why I made him 6'3" on the game. But D-Wade is 6'4". Low key, I ain't even think about that this whole time. I might just remake the build right here from scratch. But if I do, I can't get that. Yeah, I think 6'3". We just gonna keep going with what we got, because if you do make a 6'4", you don't get that +5 to speed ball to be able to have 91. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go 6'3". Low key, I didn't even think about that. But I think the reason why I made him 6'3" is the same way I'm gonna do it this year. Now you're gonna go 6'3". I had originally only went 220, 6'3", 220, 6'9" wingspan. Now, me personally, because it is a DWA build, 6 shooting guard is probably what you want to do. But in terms of playing 2K, especially this year, you got to make it point guard. Because you're not going to really be, it's not going to be too many situations where you going to want to be a shooting guard in 6'3" on this game. So I'm going to make it point guard just for video purposes and just for like 2K26 purposes. But yeah, you kind of understand D-Wade was a shooting guard, 6'3", 220 on the weight, 6'9" wingspan. Now when it comes to making the build, now we're going to go top to bottom. What was the most important thing for D-Wade? It was that lay. He had the lay, man. I ain't going to lie. He did. We're going to go 88 lay. You're going to be able to go +5 here with cap breakers or even more. But it's going to end up being just +5 ability. And you're going to be able to get more badges with this. You can go all the way up to like 93 layup mix master and have that gold. That's going to be a very important thing to get up, by the way, on your D-Wade build. Then when it comes to the drive and dunk, another one, you're going to actually have 88. Both of these gonna be 88. Now the drive and dunk, I don't know why. I wish they did this for layup too, because if you could do it for layup, you would get a lot. Now you actually get a lot for whatever reason on close shot. I don't, to my knowledge, your layup ability or your floater ability is gonna be more so based off whichever one is higher. So if you have a higher close shot, your float game is gonna be based off your higher close shot. If you have a higher driving layup, it's gonna be based off your driving layup. But yeah. So I'm gonna have an 88, and you gonna get a lot of cap breakers on this. I'm probably not gonna use that. I know what cap breakers on this build, you can get like a 93 layup and a 97 dunk. Low key, if you want to go 90, I haven't tested to see if that's gonna get you 99. I don't really think it's gonna be worth it. To go alongside that, I actually did go with, I'm gonna just go 40 for now, and then we'll just see it if it go how it goes up later. But that's pretty much the finishing for the most part. Now when it comes to the 3 ball, I'm gonna actually go 73. To go alongside that, I'm gonna actually have 87. And this is the combination I did have. I think D-Wade could hit 3, so if you want to go +5 on this to get more 3 ball, and yes, I did test it to try to get more 3 ball than 78 easier. It's just not that easy to do so, so I did go with this. So 73, 87, Don't really think I need that high of a 3-ball. If I do want to raise it, if I feel like I need to raise it, I can go 78 with that, get +5. But I am going to be getting all my shooting badges more so based off of my mid-range. Go alongside that, we are D-Wade. We're going to be getting to that line, so we do need free throw, especially with our finishing ability. So 93 free throw. Go alongside that, when it comes to the playmaking, very important area for D-Wade as well. We got to have speed of ball. Got to have our ball handle up. I ended up going with 87. Then to go alongside that, I did end up going with 84 pass accuracy. You could go lower on the pass accuracy to get other things. You could go higher on it. That's really a thing that's kind of more so up to you. Then when it comes to the perimeter defense, I did end up going with my regular 92 perimeter defense. I didn't actually raise the steal. Now, when I originally made it, I did go 73, but you can get pretty much the exact same. I think if you go 73, you get a little bit more at the end, but I don't really need too much steal, to be real. So I just ended up going with 62 because I was able to get my agility a little bit higher, which is very, very important on a D-Wade build. And then to go inside that, I did have a max block because D-Wade is the best shot blocking guard of all time. So yeah, we did go there. And then to go alongside that, I did get my rebound up just because D-Wade is a pretty good rebounding guard. So I did at least want to be able to have rebound chaser. And then to go alongside that, I did end up having a 72 interior defense because that's going to be very, very important for a D-Wade build. Then to go alongside that, I actually did have an 86 agility. You can get both of these up with cap breakers pretty easily. Yes, D-Wade should be faster, but it's kind of tough to get it that much higher with everything else I have on the build. That could be a candidate. Like if you want to really do lower that pass accuracy, you could do that. This could be a way that you do that, but it's not that deep. Then when it comes to the agility, I kind of went over that. And then when it comes to the strength, you're just gonna max that out. Come to the vertical, you're gonna end up with 80 vertical, and then what you can really raise is only gonna be post control, standing dunk, or offensive rebound. I kind of was showcasing that I was gonna raise this later. Something's lower because I actually had a 52 standing up. So what did I troll? I trolled something. Something got trolled on this. I don't know what it is. I'm looking around. Maybe you just get... Oh, it's post control. Okay, so yeah. I ended up with 52. And yeah, that's pretty much the build. The build comes out as similar to shades of Russell Westbrook, Jalen Suggs, Baron Davis, physical two-way midi slasher. Now, I'm not going to lie. Just for video purposes, if y'all want to see what it comes out as at a shooting guard, the name is 10 times better. So I will be showing you guys this. If you make it at shooting guard, you do all those same things. Boom, 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 boom. Raise this to 87. Max this out. Max this out. I'm finna say, you go all the way to here. Get back to this screen. Some two shades of Kobe. You don't get D-Wade. I don't know why, but the name is literally D-Wade. Two-way, crafty, mid-range slap. That's literally D-Wade. That's literally D-Wade. The name is literally, it might as well just called you Flash. It might as well called you D-Wade. But yeah, that's the build. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I may gotta make it shooting guard off the simple fact that I get this name. But I do think if I raise my cap breakers up on the point guard, I can actually still get this name eventually. But that's low-key risky. I don't know what I do. But for now, video purposes, let's go ahead and get y'all to the cap breaker. Alright, so now when it comes to the cap breakers, now this is kind of the most important thing to talk about. Now, I have 6. I could get 7 if I really went crazy in the season. But you know, I'm not level 40 yet. So I don't have my 7th one. And I'm finna get another one from the crew. But for the most part, when it comes to the cap breakers, I do think a realistic number that everybody can really reach this year is going to be around 16. For anybody. Anybody that plays the game this year, I think is a realistic number, 16. Now, with that being said, there's 28 in total you could get. But the ones I'm going to probably do for mine, these first two is auto. I need that 93 dunk. You see I have the 80 vertical. I could raise the vertical later if I want to raise that dunk more to get even more content dunk packages. But I just care about having posterizer gold and all that type of stuff. But if I want to raise it, I could. I can get that up to 97 if you do the math, quick maths. Now, +5 is also going to be very important. So that's going to be 2. And it's going to be 5, that's 7. So when I get that cap breaker from the season or this crew, whatever first, I probably will be raising those 2 max. Now, after that, you're going to want to raise this up to so that you can get 89 mid-range. That's going to get you another tier of shifty shooter. Or not shifty shooter, but set shot specialist. So that's going to help you be able to shoot better set shots. And I had a lower 3-ball than this last year. I had like a 70 the whole time last year. Didn't raise it with cap breakers. So that is just what it is. I think I had 90 or 89. I don't remember. It was either 90 or 89 mid-range. I think I just didn't even care about going for badges. I just literally went on there and just tried to make a D-Wade build. Like, forget the badges. I just went for thresholds. So I think I had like 93 mid-range with a 73 ball. I think I had like an 80-something steal with a 70-something block. I was just going for thresholds last year. I didn't really do that. I kind of tried to do a little bit of both. Go for thresholds some places, go for badges in others. So that's just what it is. I definitely will be raising this speed ball. That is very important when it comes to making a D-Wade. So I may even do that before the mid-range. It really does depend on what you do think is more important on the D-Wade build. But I do think on this game you do want to be able to shoot. So I do think you probably should do this. But if you want to be more true to life, maybe go to your ball even before you do that layup, because you may not even really need a 93 layup yet, man. I'm going to keep it a bean. I got to be honest. But when it comes to everything else, you definitely going to go speed ball. You definitely going to go mid-range. You definitely going to go driving up. You definitely going to go driving layup. After that, I think it's time to be talking about maybe the agilities, maybe the speeds, maybe the strength. Or it's not strength, but the steals. At that point, you really just doing whatever you really want, and it don't really matter. I think the main thing you really want to do is going to end up being driving up, some order of driving layup, mid-range, speed or ball. You could go driving dunk +2, then go +2 in the mid-range, then worry about the rest on that driving layup and speed or ball. But another one I actually do think is actually pretty important, that you could argue is even more important than speed or ball, especially if you don't feel like you need more than 86. Just go ball handle. Getting ball handle to 92 is actually very important on this build as well. Like, I think out of all the real important things, getting that up, getting the ball handle up so you can be able to get the animations, getting your speed of ball so you can be able to have Hall of Fame limitless lightning lunch, but you could get that up with a max badge +2 this year. That's why it's not a lot of people going beyond 86. It's a lot of things you can do on the cap breakers on this build, and that's one thing I do like about 2K26 in terms of making the builds. But for the most part, that is the D-Wade build when it comes to making it as a point guard, as a shooting guard, getting you different names, and when it comes to the cap breakers. So you have I'm gonna do more of these NBA player builds. I did a LeBron one last year. Didn't really like it enough to post it. I think I'm gonna actually like a lot of the NBA player builds I'm gonna make on this game. Now, a lot of people's complaining about Wemby. Let's talk about it. I don't think Wemby just, yeah. Like, Wemby's, I hope people realize 2K is gonna have to start making, like, shooting on 2K once Curry, like, I don't think people remember. Shooting was never like how it was on 2K after 2K16. Post 2K16, where Curry went crazy in 2016, shooting has been crazy since. Like, it's gotten crazier and crazier. And people got better at the game as well. The same thing he did with 2K, and how 2K had to start going crazy with how deep you can shoot. The build's gonna get crazier when it comes being taller, especially the super tall builds. So, yeah, a lot of people's complaining about them 7'4"s. And I'm gonna be real, if 2K really wanna go a realistic route, that's not going to be viable for how good the game or how fun the game will be. I'm going to just say it. But I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do with that. But yeah, that's going to be the video. If y'all do want more, like the video. Hopefully you like the video. Subscribe. All that good stuff. Out the way, man. It's your boy Fitz.
Now, I've been letting y'all off for a little while. 90%. Let me say it again. 90% of y'all aren't even subscribed. Now, I've been doing this for a little while now. Y'all, I know y'all mess with the content at this point. So subscribe! Subscribe! It's that simple.
If you buying anything on Fortnite, Epic Games Store, use code YaboiFitz. I don't know why I ain't been had this, but yeah.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!